As a kid, how do you know that God hears your prayers? Well, wait till you hear Tim Conway's story. As a kid, Tim Conway, the famous comedian, grew up in a place called Chagrin Falls, Ohio. He said that was like a religious experience into itself, because mothers looked out for other kids and the doctors would call on people at home. You know, the biggest event of the year in Chagrin Falls is the Spring Blossom Festival. And overnight on a Friday night, what comes up down by the river is a whole village, a carnival, a big Ferris wheel. It was so exciting as a 12-year-old boy going to that carnival with 5 dimes in Tim Conway's pocket. He spent the first 2 dimes on the Ferris wheel and on the cotton candy. And then he surveyed all of the game booths to see what he might be able to get. And then he spotted something he really wanted. It was a cross with a green ribbon that glowed in the dark. "I would really love to have that," he said. And so he went to the man who had the outstretched dirty palm, and all he had to do was to take that fishing pole and hook that one duck out of 60 bobbing ducks on the water. He dropped the dimes into that hand, one after the other. He lost. He slumped all the way home, and his head was down, and he was thinking, "I really wish I had that cross with the green ribbon that glows in the dark." And then, what some people might think was a very small Godwink, but to Tim Conway was life-changing. He spotted something shiny on the edge of the sidewalk. You could almost see him in slow motion, reaching down and picking it up. It was a dime, and he dashed all the way back to the carnival. And the outstretched palm was ready to receive the dime when Tim thought, "I think this calls for something bigger. And I wonder if God is listening." He went to a nearby maple tree and put his head against his forearm, and he said, "God, I would really like to have that cross with a green ribbon that glows in the dark." And he went back. He took the fishing pole. He dropped the dime in the palm, and he got it. And Tim Conway says, "That Godwink was the most amazing thing that ever happened to me." You know, for Tim Conway, getting that cross with the green ribbon was confirmation that God hears the prayers of a little boy. And Tim Conway says, "I kept that cross under my pillow all through college. In fact, I still have it." Send me your Godwink story, will you? I'm Squire Rushnell. Good wishes and Godwinks.